Welcome back, guys. Thank you for signing into IT Basics for You. Today, I've got a video which covers up for Microsoft 365 AI models, AI Hub for document processing, image processing, text processing. In today's video, we'll be going through specifically document processing and looking at how we can process invoice to extract data. So let's get into it. All right, guys. In today's video, we will be covering how we can use AI Builder, AI models, or you can say AI Hub from Microsoft Power Platform. And you can use this to build intelligence into your operations, into your processes, right? And we'll be talking about certain examples, where those AI models can be used. So we have logged into our Power Automate account right now. Uh, and then when you go to AI Hub, you get the options, right? You can see AI models and you can see document automation. For all practical purpose for today's video, I'm going to use AI models, which will allow you to pick one of the existing models that exist in AI Builder, customize it for your requirements, and then move from there. Okay, and then since we are on this page, I do want to mention about how structured this page is. You can have your how-to videos. You can learn more about how to extract sentiments from emails, data from documents. You have documentation around the product, and then how do you typically learn? How do you get started? You have your own learning path, at the different levels of your learning journey, whether you are beginner, you are intermediate. You have content there through which you can learn how to use AI Builder. The most fascinating part of this portal is customer stories. These are good customer success stories, right? Like how different organizations have been using Microsoft AI Builder for their own processes. So you should definitely start looking at these use cases, case studies, and see how this can be utilized in your environment also. So we go back to the AI models. Let me just click on this. It will open up a page for me which gives you multiple options, right? It gives you options for building your models, customizing your models for documents processing. So you can think about your invoices, checks, order forms. These are all documents, right? You can build your models to read data from those documents and use it into uh, your Power Automate flows, or you can also use the output into your Power Apps. Then you have text, which is more for mining the text, getting insights from the text, getting sentiments from the text. So you can do that. You can use structured data. You can use data to predict future. You can link up in your Power Automate to a structured data, pass that data to your models. Models will execute, give the predictions. You can use those prediction scores out into your downstream processes. And you can also use AI models to process images for maybe like object detection, reading some data from images, and so on. For today's demonstration, how I'm going to structure it is I'll be using one of the pre-built models of Microsoft AI Builder, which is extracting information from invoices, and we will then build on top of it. This, guys, really saves a lot of time for anybody and everybody who is new to this uh, platform, new to this technology, but want to get started, want to implement something much, much faster. and take the benefits of this solution. So you can use the pre-built models out there. So let's go and click on extract information from invoices. Now, once you do that, the pre-built model has a couple of sample documents which are already uploaded by Microsoft. And on the down, it also shows you what data has been identified by the AI model that exist in these documents, right? So that's the way the model has been trained. It is trained to understand where in the document you have customer address recipient, invoice date, invoice ID, invoice total, and rest of the other details, right? So that's the way the model has already been trained. But in our scenario, what we are going to do is we will upload new invoices, we will train the model on that invoices, and then we will utilize that model to execute on subsequent invoices, and we'll see the results of that. So let's go ahead and upload new. Microsoft AI Builder expects that you give some minimum documents for training purpose. So it requires minimum 5 documents. I've already created a couple of invoices. I'll be using invoice number 1 to invoice number 5 to train the model, and then I'll run the model on invoice number 6 and get output, get the data which we are interested in. So let me go and upload the document. Loaded 1, I'll upload another one. Looks like it's still identifying a lot of fields out there, right? So why don't we just go ahead and create our custom model here. This is just to ensure that if there are any additional fields that we want the model to be trained on, then we can go and specify those fields in this customization process, right? So now if you see here, it has identified that we want to process invoice. It has already identified number of fields, table that exist in the sample that we uploaded. And if you go down here, it shows you these are the different enabled fields which it has identified and be captured, right? So we can stay with this or we can add our new field. I want to train model on a new field also, so I'll go and add a text field and I'll give it a name like a YouTube handle. So let's do that. Add this field and click on next. Now we need to create a collection of documents to train the model. I mentioned we need to pick at least 5 documents. So I'll click on new collection, and then I'll keep adding some of the documents out here, right? So you go and add documents from my device. You can pull from SharePoint, Azure, wherever your documents reside. I'll pick 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, click on open. Here, these documents will be used to train your model. 5 documents have been uploaded. I click on this, click on done. There you go. So it shows in the collection now I have 5 documents. I can go to the next step. Here it shows you your collection, the documents in your collection, all the 5 documents here. And then based on the fields that were extracted or selected in the last second step of this process, it is actually marking all those fields out here, right? So ideally, you have nothing to do, right? It has already selected all the fields out here. What you can do is, since you specified additional field, we can go and we can tag that field as well. So what we will do is we will select @IT basics for you, and I'll say this is going to be mapped to a text field which is YouTube handle. And this says that, okay, the fields that you defined, all the fields have now been mapped to the data points on this page, so you are good with this document. Let me train that field on the subsequent document, and same process will be done for all the other 5 documents, right? So I'll again select IT basics for you, link it to this field, pick the third one, select the data, map it to the YouTube handle field, go to the next one, select the data, map it to YouTube handle, you're done, and then you go to the last document, again you make a selection to the data and link it to the text field, and you're done. As soon as you're done, the next button gets enabled. You can go and click on next, and here it gives you a complete model summary, right? uh, YouTube handle, billing address, these are all the fields that needs to be captured. Wherever we have not defined the fields for capture, you see the status is 0, but rest all it shows across 5 documents it is capturing data wherever you're getting a blue bar out here. Now I can say, hey, the model you need to be trained here because I've added another field. So I'll click on train, and the training process for the model gets started. This will take a couple of minutes depending on the training data set, the model that you have opted for, to kind of train the model for any additional fields or existing fields as well. Okay, so look like still in progress, so we can go to the model section. If we go to the models, I see I have 2 out here. One was already done. There is another one which is getting prepared right now. It's still training. Might take a couple of more seconds here because this is a smaller data set. Once it is done, then we go to the next step. Fantastic. Now if you see, both of my 2 models are there. One was already published. The other one is now trained. Let's go and click here and open it up. Once we have opened the model, we can do a quick test of the model. Let's do a quick test, upload from my device, and now I will upload the 6th document, and once it is done, it will analyze and run the model on top of this document as well. It's analyzing basis the fields of the model, where does the data reside, and it will mark all those. And now if you see here, it has actually marked IT basics for you because we trained the model to extract this field along with all the other fields which were mapped to this model, right? So if we are contented with this, if we are happy with the results, what we can do is we can publish it. The reason why we publish it is once you publish it, you can utilize it in your other applications, right? You can use it in Power Automate to use the output and push it to the downstream based on the downstream process. Maybe you can use this data to push it into Excel. You can push it back into your business applications, or you can utilize the output into Power Apps as well. So I'll go ahead, I just publish it. Now before I publish, you see the accuracy score. This is very important for AI models. If the accuracy level is low, especially in 0 to 49%, that means the model accuracy is very bad. This cannot go into production. But in our case, we see the model results are 99% excellent. So we are good to go and publish this model. Fantastic. So once it is published, now you see your model is ready for use. If you click on use model, it will give you options where you can use it. How do you want to use your model, right? You can either use it in Power Automate, you can use it in Intelligent Tabs, or you can use it for the document automation solution, which is a specific functionality of AI Hub where you can use the models to extract data from the documents. We're not going into that today. But in the subsequent videos, stay tuned with us. We will definitely go and utilize these models into our subsequent processes and push this into downstream applications as well. Okay, so this brings us to the end of this video. Hope you liked it. For more such videos, please subscribe to our channel, and you can continuously watch more videos which are coming up on this channel. Thank you very much for your time, guys.